1942 alone, 41 ships were sunk in the area called the Gulf Sea Frontier.
The ships were sailing singly, not with escorts, and not in convoys. And they were sailing with their running lights on, and the cities along the beach all had their lights on. So it was easy pickings for the German submarines.
A Gulf patrol system was put in place, utilizing non-military and reserve personnel. Local civilian pilots flew anti-submarine patrols from the lakefront airport 100 miles out over the Gulf of Mexico as members of the 122nd Observation Squadron of the Louisiana National Guard. Local sailors patrolled the waters of the Gulf. Bernard Ebley was a commander of a schooner commissioned by the Coast Guard.
They had about 4 or 5 schooners over there, sailing vessels, that were large enough to do this work. The Gulf was divided into squares, and you were given a certain square to patrol in.
By the end of the summer of 1942, we were getting pretty good. And we sank 3 U-boats in a row, and that's when the Germans left the Gulf. It was no longer the soft underbelly of the enemy, if you will.
Though rumors of Nazi spies and sympathizers abound, there's no evidence of any contact between German U-boat personnel and Louisiana civilians. There was contact during the war, however benign, between German Americans and German POWs. Starting in 1943 with the mass surrender of Hitler's Africa Corps, over 400,000 German prisoners of war were transported to the United States, where they were held for the remainder of the conflict. About 20,000 of these men were sent to prisoner of war camps scattered throughout Louisiana. Locally, 179 POWs were housed at Jackson Barracks in Araby, while 1,500 POWs were kept at Camp Clocher in Jefferson Parish.
Camp Clocher up here, they wanted to try to decorate the ground. My father, he offered him the crepe myrtles. He said, but I don't have help to get them to you. He said, well, we'll take care of that. And with that, there were a bunch of Germans and some Italians in the trucks. And they were the ones that the Army was sending to dig these things up and take them up to the Army camp and plant them.
The German prisoners were pretty much in the farming areas. Ruston, Lafayette, where they needed manpower to substitute for